A gente tá em 75% no quesito história. Ai, agora é hora de baixar nossa musiquinha. E é o retorno do Cleverson. Do Cleverson. Cleverson. Nossa, Cleverson é um nome muito bom. É Muguinha. É melhor que clavícula. Tem que falar com quem?
I saw it with my own eyes.
Ah, achei. Let's go. Muguinha, eu falei que o nome do Clive agora é Cleverson. Que é melhor que clavícula? Gold.
My lord, my lady.
Cleverson, sim.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count. A Kashik, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Parararã. Parararã. Com licença, Jill. Não caminho não. Exatamente, amigo. Só tá rosa. O céu tá Barbie! O céu tá Barbie! Olha isso! Viu?
The two soldiers were carrying him.
Olha isso, até o céu é Barbie. O céu não... O céu tá Barbie. Ué, tá errado? É assim não?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges and that is my duty.
É me.
You've forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice.
É isso, meus amantes?
And watch as they are slaughtered,
Meus amantes?
or take
É
it
meu?
out and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a car
Henrique, obrigado pelo seu follow. Vem aqui, espero que eu tenha minha live.
under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is
Ela não gostou! Ela não gostou! Começa VTuber.
One would think they appeared out.
Mas você pergunta de como virar VTuber? É como está sendo ser VTuber pra mim. Pouquinho game? Ok.
Thin air.
Eles falam muito baixo.
And perhaps they did.
Pronto.
It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Tá melhor assim? Como está sendo ser VTuber? Então, é bem divertido. Ai, eu gosto de ser VTuber. Eu gosto dessa sensação de privacidade que eu tenho. Eu gosto, sabe? Então, se tá pensando em ser VTuber, vai em frente. Vai em frente. E lá no meu TikTok tem vários vídeos, incluindo vídeos tutoriais e também um vídeo explicando melhor o que é um VTuber. Não precisa ser só um 2D, você pode ser 3D, você pode ser PNG, você pode ser qualquer coisa. Nossa, tu viu a Jill com ciúme? Cidade ferido. E aí, amigo, tudo bom?
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things just found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family. They're still in the capital.
I'm sorry, darling.
Eu cheguei, ó. Tá VTuber 2D ou 3D? Eu sou VTuber. Eu sou VTuber 2D e 3D também. E às vezes quando sou PNG, quando tô com muita preguiça. Ou quando dá algum problema no meu coisa. Então são os três. Eu tô querendo uma webcam pra ser VTuber. Você não precisa ter uma webcam pra ser VTuber. Eu, por exemplo, uso o meu Android, um Samsung S22, como webcam, tendo usando ele como minha webcam, tendo o aplicativo também do VTube Studio no meu telefone. Se você tiver um iPhone que tem tracking de rosto, melhor ainda. Mas o meu Android quebra muito galho e é muito melhor do que a minha webcam que eu tinha antigamente quando eu comecei. Eu falo mais sobre isso também. Lá no meu TikTok tem um videozinho sobre como transformar o seu celular em webcam. Que é como eu uso. O meio veio Free Fire, Moguinho.
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Assume you have a plan?
Olha o que eu tenho aqui. Caramba, é lá na PQP. É lá onde o Judas não perdeu a bota, mas perdeu o... Ué, cara, porque tu sussurrou no meu ouvido. Calma, deixa eu baixar um pouco mais aqui. Você é VTuber fã de Genshin? Eu sou. Eu jogo Genshin todo dia no início da live, por 1 hora. Eu literalmente acabei de fechar o Genshin. Tipo, agorinha mesmo. Vrum. Vrum. Eu jogo Genshin antes de ser VTuber. Eu jogo o Genshin desde o início que ele lançou. Ih, rapaz. Tô com medo. Ah, eu tenho boneco mais ou menos, né? Eu tenho boneco de... pra me aguentar na surra. Vá para Moor. Eu tô em Moor. Eu juro que eu dei pra vocês, gente. Eu tentei mudar pro zone pra colocar escudo. Do nada. Eu tô aqui parada, pensando como eu mudo pro zone pra colocar escudo. Eu não tenho barulhinho aqui. Ai. Novos inimigos. Sim. Como assim? A gente passou literalmente o jogo todo. A Jill apareceu só uma vez. Só uma vez. A gente morreu umas 15... Quase morreu umas 15 mil vezes, tá? A gente já lutou já contra 3 outros Icons. E agora que ela sugere... Eu devo me virar se a gente tá lutando contra o boss bobinho que o Clive come no café. Jill! Vamos me defender assim! Viu? Bicho mó bobo. Devo manifestar? Manifesta meu... Vamos ter que pique fofo. Mais! Au! Ok, manifesta a Virginia aí, ô Jill. Ô Jill. A Virginia aí, dá pra testar um negócio. Jill! Obrigada, Jill. Oi? Viu? Não precisou de Jill levantar a saia dela. Do Discord? Sim, eu tenho Discord da comunidade. Promoção Discord. Keep on dancing.
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Eu tô pensando em criar um canal lá, se você achar uma boa ideia, com um resumo de todos os tutoriais que eu tenho e etc. Lá, deixar link, deixar print, imagens e coisas assim. Você acha que seria bom? Eu nunca vou pensar nisso.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall.
No meu YouTube tem uma playlist separada de todos os tutoriais, tudo juntinho. Tutorial chamado tutorial YouTube Studio. Aí tem todas as coisas, incluindo um ultra mega especial do OBS de 1 hora. Eu explico tudo que eu uso no meu OBS, toda a minha configuração que eu uso, tá lá. Incluindo como ouvir música na sua live sem levar copyright. Afinal, não podemos deixar o Jeff Bezos derrubar nossa live, né?
I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Grande Jeff Bezos.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Isabelle do céu, calma. Sossega essa saia.
I have sentries to post. Milady.
Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one
Veio
fewer
com
than I had this
Kawaii.
morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Meu telefone, quando eu comprei a primeira vez, ele veio com Walmart também nele. Não veio com Kawaii, mas veio com Walmart. Veio com McDonald's. Ah, acabou mais um mapa. Deixa eu ver quanto que deu essa porcentagem. 35, deu nada. Tá bom. Vamos pro segundo mapa agora, né? Oh, meu Deus, como é que abre? Assim. Marte Root Kawaii, não! Sim. Mas eu não uso o aplicativo pra comprar no Walmart aqui. Eu vou no Walmart. Yeah! Dá-lhe 1000. E aí, amigo? É o Lubo! Você precisa sair, sim. Se tiver outra pandemia.
Appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Fui não, Henrique. Nunca fui em nenhum negocinho de games.
Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me?
Ah, brinde é bom, ué. Eu gosto de brinde também.
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say
Mas se eu fosse também não ia fazer ela não, viu? Uma preguiça.
Solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, see? And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Parararã.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Pode o paulista. Bom, é que eu não tô no Brasil, né? Então é meio complicado pra mim ir nesses eventos. Oxe. Treta? Botou teta?
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens
Eita
when they
moça,
come
tá
back?
braba?
Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back
Precisa
when you're
disso?
ready to talk like adults.
Mas eu sou uma adulta.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Nem te conta, amigo. Soninho. Olha, Vicky.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that.
Jogos medieval eu joguei bastante, ultimamente não tô jogando tanto, mas eu joguei muito. Mó legal.
But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime,
Pra ir no PlayStation, mas
we can find a
você
solution
não
to
tem ninguém
Dalamil's
pra
problems.
jogar.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Ah, mas fala com fulano, fala com ciclano, fala... Ai, fala e fala. É o fala e fala.
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight. My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Eu sugiro não me encher o saco.
Well,
Que tal?
if it were my
Parece
namesake,
uma boa?
he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a
É o
recipe
lanchinho
for
dos
disaster.
Norlax.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that
Eu
realization
giro que o Flávio de...
would be enough to make them
Quanto tempo será que vai
question
demorar
the
pra eles se beijarem?
ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan
Já
of
propôs um
action.
beijo gay relevante pra história menor do... Exatamente, né?
Pay Conrad a visit.
Porque eles fariam
See if you can't
sentido
convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
beijarem. O resto, não.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along. Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Ixi, a Cheristone tá aqui.
Picture it, Conrad.
Ah não, eu tô lendo a mensagem errada.
Here she is. The
Here?
Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
Senhora Jane, com
I
interrogação.
summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 score swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamul's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Treta. Treta, treta,
Can't believe that
treta.
actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, milady.
Pode trocar tudo de bônus de dano menos electro para Marine Raiden? Depende como você usa ela, Henrique, na verdade. Se você usa mais ela pra dar reação, bônus de dano eletro é bem melhor do que dano bruto. Mas se ela for DPS, você vai ter que usar ela, vai ter que manter o dano dela. Depende realmente de como é que você usa.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
Isso aí, amigo.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is
E aí,
now.
Lubor?
Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants. Lord Underhill.
Lords Supremos? Talvez.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought.
De volta, Muguines.
If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
Isso aí, amigo.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike. She saw right through it. I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
E? Tá, não acabamos o dilema ainda.
It appears I have no choice but to do.
Desleme ele. O menino. Desleme ele.
I'm scared.
Eu também tô com medo.
I'm ruined.
Eu também tô arruinada.
Good news, Sid.
Diga.
Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
No.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. Mistakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
Ok.
And we will do the same.
Eu não.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Isso aí, tô legal.
This
Ah! Não esperava por essa.
they mean to overwhelm us.
Não proteja os teus amiguinhos, não. Ciclone colateral. É do meio, Jill. Vou dar uma facada no olho, né? Ele já tava morto. Mas... Ei, me cuspiu.
Too slow. Nice try. Get him.
Ô, caramba, para de cuspir em mim. Não dorme agora, o Clive. Ai. Tá difícil, tá difícil. Acorda, Clive! Tem tempo pra isso não.
Too slow.
Easy, very easy. Sangue preto.
The townspeople.
Tá vendo pose?
They have held out?
Não fez nada, não fez nada. Me curou, beleza, mas
Fighting.
depois nada.
What do you think?
That we should hurry.
E nem me curou muito, ela me cura 35 de vida por segundo. É muito pouco. Era pra ser 1000.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Oi? Ah, tá. Entrando em apuros.
Our friends seem to have things under control.
Acabamos tudo. Você deu alguma ajuda? Não! Tô triste. Eu estou o suco da depressão. Vamos falar com a Sharon Stone aqui. Olá, Sharon.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
Fofo.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Oh, eu trouxe 5.
Can I? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Preciso comprar poção, moço.
Still alive, are ya?
Ossos do ofício.
Going purse weighing you down? You'll not find a better price than that.
Obrigada pela poção. Vender tudo de valor. Sim, valeu.
Come again. Oh,
Boa tarde, Fabinho. Como é que você tá?
much bothered either way.
Seems the hideaway.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Eu tô bem, obrigada por perguntar.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever
Ele sorri
since.
toda vez que fala do Toggle. Eu acho fofinho isso.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the
Caramba, 60
Fenrir of
dias.
legend served
Falta
Shiva
pouco, gente.
and
2
Shiva
meses.
alone.
2 mesinhos.
And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That
Esse é
Torgal
ontem,
may be
ontem
the
também,
beneficiary
Moguinho.
of more than one icon's power.
Anteontem, no
Consider
caso.
that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still.
Vontade, Kai.
We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst
Não
our
sei
allies
você.
and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Ah. Ele é um amiguito. Ele é o Dolly. O seu amiguinho. Dolly. Guaranara, Dolly. Guaraná. O sabor brasileiro. A Jill aqui, ó. Ei, Jill. Não, beijoquinha?
I'd be happy to tell Otto everything that happened. But I know he appreciates it when you spare him the time.
O único nada. Eu sempre pego Pokémon, Moguinha, porque eu já tenho free list. Não me ofende desse jeito nunca mais.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. In the hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Caramba!
5 million each. They
Eita.
lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rossfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Muito bom.
suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
Ai, caramba! Ai, minha barriga.
Wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Obrigada, amiga.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Porque me mandaram?
Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester
Ih, olha o Joshua da Vivinho.
who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came.
Eu não sei. Vê na wiki dele. Tem a idade dele, eu acho já. Mas dá pra não ver spoiler, hein?
For me.
Mas veio de maior já.
And it was while in my rescuer's care.
Levar spoiler? Aí só tu leva spoiler e eu não.
I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of
23 então.
nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice.
E tem cara de twink o Joshua.
But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. but I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
Eita!
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima,
Mas naquela hora lá, lembra que ele segurou o último naquela bola de fogo dele?
to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
That doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Eita. Menino misturou. Ai, ai. Virou mocinho.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Ty had told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
Viu? A menina realmente não tá ali mais. Não gosto da Vivi. Eu também não gosto dela, não. A menina lá que acompanhava ele não tá ali também. Nem o namoradinho do Dion.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor.
Ah, e ela tá esperando ele lá em Tabor.
We travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Ah.
Thank you, brother.
Ah. Não, legenda! Oh! Legenda, ele falou obrigado, irmão. Não falou obrigado, Clive. Ele falou obrigado, irmão. E brother é irmão. Brother não traduz pra Clive. Legenda.
I'll look after him.
Que bonitinho.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Ih. Fofo. Fofo pra caramba. Deixa eu ver, tem a fotinha dele agora. Qual é? Ok. Diário. Poção. Ali, ó a fotinha dele. Ali embaixo, ó. Temos o Clive, o Torgal, a Jill e o Joshuinha. Pronto, sempre fui Clive, fui enganado esse tempo inteiro. Pois é, hein? Não tradução. Bonitinho os quatro. Mas o Diógenes? Cadê? E quanto o Diógenes? Tá mimindo ainda? Ele tá pelado ainda?
I can hardly lift my arms.
A resposta é sim. Mimino peladinho. Ok. Vamos lá fazer nossa missão. Provavelmente vai ser a última missão que a gente vai fazer antes de ir vir mutantes, tá, gente? Dalméquia Central. Acabei de descobrir uma cidade em Minas Gerais chamada Entre Folhos.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Verdade.
Gav and the others could be in danger as we...
Caramba, Clive! Calma! Nossa, que grosso! O irmão dele só tá saudoso, né? Porque finalmente os dois estão juntos. Finalmente, os três no caso, né? Estão juntos depois de criança e todo o trauma aconteceu. O Clive vai dar uma patada dele desse tipo. Saiu do personagem. Os escritores esqueceram de como o Clive é.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Nossa, a vozinha dele.
Is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Nossa, a vozinha dele ficou tão baixa agora, ele ficou tão alegrezinho. Deu pra perceber que tava tão alegre que ele falou. Aí esse agora, não desculpa, ele ficou tão triste. O ator da voz do Josh é muito bom. Mas tipo, que pena. Poxa, Clive. Tava lutando até agora, não me faz mudar de lado, hein. Não me faz mudar de lado. Eu adoro vilões, então não me faça mudar de lado, hein. Sei lá, Clive.
The echoes have a will of their own.
Como é que é o Joshua batalhando? Batalha lá, Joshua. Joshua, batalha lá. Joshua, Jill. Joshua, Jill. Aí, finalmente. Não forte, hein? Olha, são fortes os dois. Legal. Mas ele não é uma aranha, é um robô. É um robô. Parte ruim dele, ah tá.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Ah, caracoles. Não, eu disse esse cachorro porque ok. Por assim dizer. Assim, sendo bem generosa.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
E aí, Joshua? Tadinho, tá triste, Joshua. Três pitadas, exatos 3 pitadas jogadas no chão. Au! Obrigada pela água, Fabinho. Au! O lobinho pidão aí. Nice suco.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Então, como que ele sabe que a menina dele tá aí? Como que ele sabe que ele tinha que estar aí? Queria entender.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Mas como tu sabe? Vamos descobrir agora.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
Flavi tá muito chato.
Loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector.
Vocês acham que a Jota e o Joshua fazem de vez em quando? Tipo, só na broderagem? Tipo, só porque os dois estão de saco cheio e precisam esvaziar? Vocês acham?
Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote.
Um momento especial? Que momento é esse?
You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Rapaz. Coisa, hein? Enquanto isso... agora. Agora, chat. Agora.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora? The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Eita, gêmeo do Zap.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded.
É o Rabard, ele que tava na batalha lá do Titã do Hugo. Ele que ficou alimentando as ilusões dele, dizendo que ele tem que matar o Clive pra poder trazer a Benedita de volta. Ou vingar ela, sei lá, um coisa do gênero, tanto faz.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
His
is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Entrou atacado. Caramba, é bom, hein?
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Nossa, a trilha ficou maneira, né? Várias tretas.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Oxe, mano, não tá pedindo nada. Que tapete é esse que você carregar no bolso? Oxe, não tava tão escuro assim, moça.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
Ela ficou xingando ela.
It is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
Veja. Imagina ele beijar primeiro. Ele beijar primeiro que o Clive.
But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Foi quase! Caramba, foi quase! Eu realmente quis se beijar agora.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yose.
Ela tá apaixonada por ele. 100% tô apaixonada.
Let's find our friends.
Sim, acho que por causa que tem um pouco sobre destino e responsabilidades, eles não podem muito pensar nesse lado deles. Sabe?
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
Aí, ó.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
A voz dele pesada. E vamos aproveitar pra encerrar por aqui, porque eu acho que foi um belo encerramento. Acho que é perfeito. Bem na Realmente, bem perfeito mesmo, hein? Realmente, encerramento perfeito. Quer dizer nada. Encerramento perfeito. Pronto, certinho agora. 2, 3, 4, 5. Feliz. Você sabe o que significa agora, né, Chá?